Hello, welcome to 8.9 News. I'm Finlo Costain. Today's headlines: 8.9 hectares launches as a one-stop shop for land-based news. A study has found that European dairy small ruminants have not caused additional global warming. And Purina Pet Care is supporting research into the role of seaweed in regenerative agriculture. 8.9 Hectares is a new multimedia news channel which aims to build an authoritative narrative around land use that becomes a source of reference for existing media, government and investors. The channel will support knowledge transfer for people working in land-based sectors and linked supply chains from food to fashion, people who actually have the ability to deliver food and fibre production integrated with climate mitigation and adaptation and biodiversity regeneration. 8.9 Hectares is designed and curated specifically to assist practical, investable and inclusive change across land-based industries, land policy and land investments. Roland Bonney is the chairman of the 8.9 Hectares board. I asked him who exactly 8.9 Hectares is for.
Well, critically, those already on the land, so farmers, foresters, but also those working with them, so advisors, land agents, etc., and also those sourcing products and services from the land. And then, so obviously food supply chains, people need to know and want to understand the provenance, what impacts that food's had, etc. And there's a growing demand from consumers to understand that. And then there's the new services that land is being asked to deliver in the form of natural capital, climate mitigation, carbon credits, etc., which is a whole new set of services and products that land managers haven't historically had to deal with. And they're not well described yet. The markets are often voluntary, they're emerging, policy still being written. And there needs to be somewhere, we felt, where that conversation was being had live, that people could access on a day-to-day ongoing basis.
8.9 Hectares is framing itself as the counter-narrative. Why is that important? Why that counter-narrative?
Well, I think what we've seen from mainstream press as they've wrestled with this is that there have been some quite extreme views as to the future of land use. And that's worried a lot of existing land managers and farmers. And to some degree, we feel that the sector's necessarily had to sit on its hands and wait for policy to come through so that they can respond to it. And I personally feel that over the last 10 years, we could have moved so much quicker if we'd had an inclusive debate that was well-formed, well-informed, in terms of the science and the emerging know-how around this, so that we can integrate these new demands on land into the old demands on land and include all of the farmers and all of the land managers, so that we can see a way forward, deliver what's needed on behalf of society, but also ensure that they feel that there's a long-term future for themselves in all of this. Then we can get action, then we can make progress.
So we've talked about what 8.9 Hectares is planning to do. We've talked a bit about the audience there, but who's supporting it? I mean, it's a big project. Where's the interest?
We've had a huge interest from farmers, from farming businesses, from cooperatives, from land agencies, from the food chain. In fact, I'm very uplifted by the excitement around this. We've done something which I've not done before. We're actually launching this first and asking people to support it, because the need is now. This conversation needs to be facilitated by the likes of yourself and others. And we need to start now. So we are asking people to step up now and support this. But I've been really encouraged by the early stage conversations we've been having with some very large players in the food sector, some key people in policy. So yeah, I think it'll be from the sector itself, let's say.
And so just to be clear, just to clarify that, it's individual farmers themselves or individual people working within land use, but also large organisations as well who perhaps will chip in a bit more.
Yes, exactly. I think ultimately we hope this will evolve into a membership-based organisation, because the work that we do, the knowledge that we impart, and the support that we will be able to give the sector in the emerging months and years, and 2 months and years, will be valued and valuable to them. But I mean the response has been from individuals and organisations, as you say.
Well, that was Roland Bonney from 8.9 Hectares. More details about this and our other headline news on our website, 8.9.com. That's all for now. We're back on Friday. Thanks for watching.